we're joined by Josefine Hasbo, new signing, and very within the last few hours, Josie called into the Denmark national team for the Euros coming up. But first and foremost, if you could just start us off with how things are going so far since signing and getting into training and being with the team, and then we'll open for questions.
Yeah, totally. I mean, ultimately, it's been an incredible experience to be here so far. Everything's been quick in the sense that I went directly to the team to Utah, which was a great experience to be around the team, around the game, and see how Gotham operates. We had a fun season ticket holder event on Wednesday where I got to meet the fans and um, so I think in overall it's been a very, very great start and I'm very happy to see how Gotham and the team and the staff around me has welcomed me to the group.
If you have a question, you can hit your raise your hand function. Andrew, since you were on here from the beginning, I don't know if you have anything or
I do, yes. Hi, Josephine. How are you?
Hi.
I was just curious about you've played at so many different levels, obviously Harvard internationally, now here. Just what do you feel like the biggest adjustment will be to the NWSL, and have you already maybe figured out what that adjustment will be and how to sort of tackle that?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. Ultimately, I think that I'm prepared from the perspective that I have my international games with the Danish team where I face very high competition. And I think from a leadership perspective, I think Harvard has prepared me well. I think that's the two ingredients that will be very important for me to bring into the game in the games in WSL. But of course, when you look from the league, it's amazing to see the growth of the league and the wealth of experience that I'm going to face too. So if I should point like specific things, it would definitely be the quickness. And as a midfielder, you know that you'll have to show up quick in some of these different spaces. But for now, I think the just understanding how Gotham wants to play and their ultimately player identity will be important for me to excel within the team.
Sean, go ahead.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. This is Sean from Soccer Long Island Magazine.
Hey, Sean.
E- Everyone knows the renowned alum of Harvard throughout, we'll call it general business. You're the second player in your team from Harvard. Another player very recently also just signed with the team. Another past player, she's an author, she's an investor in a women's shoe company. Shep Messing, of course, who's been involved in soccer forever, played there famously in the 70s. What is it about the school that particularly of late, that so many soccer players are coming out of there and going on to much higher levels?
Yeah, no, I love that question. I think Harvard does many things well. From I can only ultimately speak from my own experience, but I think what Harvard has offered me is the opportunity to be a student athlete. And from that experience of being a student athlete, that comes with so much more than just academics and just soccer. It's very much about the spaces in between where you get to connect and communicate with people from all around the world. And through those interactions, me personally, I've been very much challenged, seen, heard different opinions about multiple issues that we ultimately want to address as a society. But I think just those daily conversation are something that is inspiring me, but also push me to think about my own opinions of how I want to show up in the world. Um, so yeah, the student athlete experience, the people, that's usually the answer that I'll give.
Any other questions for Josie?
I just have one more. When you look at kind of where to go from here this season, right? What has maybe your conversations been with coach about your role, and what does he maybe expect from you going forward the rest of the year, and who from the team has maybe helped the most with sort of acclimating to a season on the fly when everybody's been already kind of going in the season so far.
Yeah, no, I think in overall, actually, all of my teammates in Gotham has been very, very welcoming. I think first of all, the roster, how it's set up, it has a great balance between new players, rookies coming out of college, people like me like here to learn from the veterans who have so much experience. So to answer your question regarding my role, it's ultimately to keep the team and the players on the midfield competitive. It's to be a player that is agile with tactical intelligence. That's one of my own characteristics that I want to contribute to the field to be able to join the attack, but ultimately also have defensive resilience. So that's those components, and I think they suit very well into the identity of Gotham, how they want to play with the brave soccer identity.
Sean, go ahead.
As I'm sure you know, this being the first year of no draft and the time that you joined the team would have been well after the draft. What is it that drew you to Gotham from other teams you could have chosen? If you could pinpoint one or a few items that really brought you here.
Yeah, so I was very lucky to train with the team a year ago. I had 3 weeks with the team, and just from having almost initial experience, a sense of what Gotham wants to achieve, for instance, it's interesting. Like Gotham has like this, let's say, almost like mantra. It says like we're always building, and I think that's some words that I associate very much with, because as a player you always want to move into the next level and see where you can improve. And I think the fact that Gotham kind of showed that they have this uh, open mindset to be open to feedback, but also setting a direction of having a very international group. Ultimately, our coach Juan is from Spain, but we also have fantastic high level expert from England. And I think that's kind of the combination that is very appealing as an international player. And the fact that I've already been in the US for such a long time, I think it's just personally a very natural transition to being used to the culture and speaking English. And I think that was some of the factors that was very, very important to me. And now just realizing the loyal fan base too, and how much the fans want Gotham to win and to be promoted in the city. That's something that is a very cool thing to experience too.